Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the Virgo eclipse happening on March 13th or 14th, depending on where you are in the world. You have this seek guidance in this time. It says it is time for a different perspective. You have this be still card. It says cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. So both of those energies have come up quite a bit in these readings, just as a good kind of like practice at this time. So I think that's a good thing. And I would be doing both of those things. It's a little bit of an intense eclipse. I don't think, looking at it, in all the other astrology that's going on at the same time, I don't think it's the easiest energy to deal with, Aquarius. So, definitely something to think about. And, practicing stillness and taking care of yourself, but also gaining a new perspective is something that has come up as kind of like a good practice during this time. And I think that's what everyone kind of needs to do. So that's exactly what I would do. You start with the Chariot. Again, your reading looks pretty good. Again, the readings have been challenging. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but compared to everybody else, except for Taurus and Capricorn, also had pretty okay readings. Yours looks really good. You have the Chariot. The Chariot is like a victory or a big success. I kind of feel this is your final decision. I can never say that word. I was born with a fat tongue, if you don't know. So there are certain words that I just can't say. But anyway, I feel like you're finally making a choice on something that you've been thinking about. It's something that's in alignment with you. He has these stars up here, these moons right here. And the whole point of the Chariot is that these two sphinxes here, which represent the mysteries of the universe, are not attached to his chariot. He is trusting that they're going to bring him in the right direction because he is in alignment, meaning his thoughts, his habits, his actions, everything about him is moving in the right direction, right? Even if he doesn't have the goal yet. So if there's something he wants, he gets into alignment with it and he doesn't go the other direction. Which we also have the Eight of Wands coming up over the next few months. And the Eight of Wands, we cannot pull in two directions. We can't say things like, I want love, but also how much we hate people. Or, we can't say, I want money, but also talk about how we don't have it, right? We have to just go in one direction. And that's what I feel with this card. Next, you have the Star card as your crossing energy. So the crossing energy is what can hurt you or helps you in a Celtic cross. The star is you, and having it as a crossing energy could say that you are not feeling like yourself. So that's kind of the energy I get off of the stars, that some of you might be feeling different, or you might just not be feeling yourself at this time. I don't really see it as like a big obstacle or anything, but I do think it's something that you are processing or thinking about, or it's like, sometimes we have those moments where it's like we feel like something is off, but we're just not sure like what it is. And I kind of feel that for you. I really don't think it's anything other than just like energy. You're feeling a different energy. We're entering into a different time and you're just getting used to the energy is what I feel off of the Star card. The other thing about the Star card crossing, and especially with the Chariot, is that we have to see the big picture. We have this bird right here. And the bird kind of represents getting a bird's eye view on our life, or, where we're going in our life. And I do feel it is helpful sometimes to just, kind of see what you want in life, like write it down on a piece of paper. Like if your life was 110% perfect, what would it look like? What would that look like for you? And writing it down and seeing it, I think would help you just work backwards. And I think it would help you make better decisions as well. So I think that would be good. Next, in the area of your thoughts or what's on your mind, you have the Judgment card. Judgment in the area of your thoughts can represent a wake-up call. It can say that you are, waking up. You are realizing what you need to do next, or you are deciding to make a change. These people are in these coffins. The coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. And these people are being called to step into a new life. So a lot of you, I just think you're just thinking about it. You're just thinking about making changes. I think you're thinking about your purpose as well. I definitely, if you can't tell, I'm getting a lot of thinking energy from this reading. So you might notice around the time of the eclipse, even now, today is March 8th, and I'll be publishing this video on the 9th, so a few days before the eclipse. And, even if you're watching this reading early, I think it could be a very heavy introspective time for you where you're just doing a lot of mental processing. Not really a problem for Aquarius. I don't really think it's an issue, so I don't know. Keep doing what you're doing. I think it's fine. And, there's probably a good reason for it as well. Next, in your foundation, you have the Ten of Swords. Again, I think you're thinking about leaving something behind. The Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. And, he needs to realize that whatever the situation is done. And he needs to realize that he's dead. You have the Judgment card. Those people are having a rebirth. And I kind of feel this reading is saying it's time for you to, maybe let something go and have a rebirth. Very much lunar eclipse energy. During lunar eclipses, we usually do let something go in life to create room for something better. So again, it just, to me, this is just very much aligned with the astrology and just like kind of an average message, right? Next, in the area of the past, you have the Sandpiper spirit. It says be playful. You have this Crow spirit. It says co-create with spirit. And even though this is showing up in the past, I feel like you need to keep doing this, like keep co-creating with spirit. You have the Star, which is inspiration, the Judgment card, which has, this is your higher self angel, and so your guides or your ancestors or angels or whatever you believe in is guiding you at this time. So I would keep doing that. You have the Ten of Wands. Again, even though this is showing up in the past, I do get the feeling from this reading that there could be something in your life that is like stealing your energy. I do almost get devil vibes off of this, which kind of makes sense with the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, I don't really look at it as a bad card. It's only bad if you're carrying burdens or responsibilities of other people. And it's definitely something I would look into during the eclipse is like, are you doing things that for other people, but you're not really getting anything out of it? It's just an energy drain or an energy vampire. Those are the things I would avoid with the Ten of Wands because, again, it's not necessarily bad. He's almost reached his goal back here, but, at the same time, he is kind of stuck. So I feel that. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have this past card, so that makes sense, and the celebration card. Again, you could be thinking about these things from the past, but the celebration card is great. So you definitely could be celebrating. You do have the Nine of Pentacles, which is great. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of gratitude and luxuries. She's kind of focused on her own environment, and she's focused on the energy around her. She's also focused on what she can do. She has these grapes behind her, and the grapes in the tarot represent something that's very difficult to grow, but she can do it well. So she has a skill that can greatly improve her life. Showing up like this in the area of the very near future, it's just kind of telling me that you are focusing on what you can do, and you are focusing on your skills and the things that you can do well, and I feel that will just make things good. The Nine of Pentacles, like I said, is also a card of gratitude and luxuries, so it could be a really good time for you to do like nice things for yourself or to focus on yourself as well. Next, in your outcome row, you have this Tears of Remorse. It says, make peace with regrets and allow the past to guide your actions. Pretty much everyone. Again, it's a lunar eclipse. A lot of people, feel this during lunar eclipses. You have this Phoenix rising. It says, you've been through the fire and rising up anew and embracing life in a deeper way. Yeah, definitely more energy on that kind of like rebirth vibe that we're getting off the Ten of Swords and the Judgment card. Phoenixes are symbols of rebirth, so a lot of you could be experiencing a rebirth at this time. I would definitely let go of those past stories and let go of those things that you couldn't change in the past and keep moving forward. Over the next few months, you have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, life is speeding up, basically. Eight of Wands is something happening quickly or happening fast. Eight of Wands is also focused in one direction. Again, I don't even think we have to be perfect. I think if we're just like 51% to the positive, even if we're 49% to the negative or focusing in the wrong direction, that one extra percent is enough to get us flowing in the right way. So, that's the Eight of Wands. The thing about the Eight of Wands is that these wands are all kind of in a different position on the card. And what's popping into my head for you here, Aquarius, is that, sometimes, we work on a project or an idea or we improve our life, and, we reach certain milestones at different times. So the Eight of Wands does remind us that, sometimes things don't go exactly according to plan. It's like sometimes like one thing will hit before something else. It's popping into my head. Like, don't worry so much about like the order that things are happening. Like, if you're making progress, you're making progress, right? And just, things will fall into place in time. Just, keep going. And I get that kind of, a little bit of that perseverance energy, even though that would be the Nine of Wands. One thing I will say is that next you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is the card of persistence. So we have to be persistent to be perseverant. And, I'm definitely getting a little bit of that perseverance type energy going on here. So it's like, don't get frustrated if something happens before something else. Like if you're working on a goal, maybe you reach one milestone before another. It's like that is still progress, and I feel you need to believe that. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. It makes perfect sense based off of what I said with that 10 of Wands. 7 of Wands is drawing a line in the sand and saying, like, this is what I'm willing to allow into my life, and everything below this line cannot enter my life. So I feel you need to be very specific with like who and what you let into your life with that 10 of Wands. Get rid of the energy vampires and things like that, because 9 of Pentacles is like pre-Empress energy, and she really says it would be a good time to focus on yourself. And really, I don't know, I feel like the 9 of Pentacles is more talking about the energy around you, like your environment, not so, and I would still take care of yourself, obviously, but, again, I think there's a little bit more here going on about, like, what is surrounding you, and so it would probably be a good time to put up boundaries. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the 4 Swords. 4 Swords is a card of resting, relaxing, recovering, of course. And so, I think some of you could just be feeling like you can rest or relax and recover and take time for yourself and heal and all that other good stuff. Again, this is a Virgo eclipse. Virgo is definitely all about healing, and I would do whatever you can to heal at this time. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is your outcome card. The Hierophant is blessings. He's blessing these 2 people in front of him here. So I sometimes feel that these 2 people kind of feel like they have passed a test. The Hierophant has this 3 stages to his crown, 3 stages to his staff that he's holding. And these are the 3 stages of initiation. They represent initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery. And so some of you, I don't really feel like you're passing a test, although maybe someone is out there, but, it's almost like you could be mastering something in your life, or, in the near future, you could be feeling like you have mastered something, and that's really what I get off the Hierophant. It's like you're becoming a master, right? So that is very good. Let's see. With the Chariot and the Star, you have the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, really good. I mean, all fixed signs, I think, are there. You probably, whether you realize it or not, you probably have a very strong pull towards the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. It's building and leaving a legacy. And it's a good card. But as I always say, you don't just get the 10 of Pentacles. It's something that you will work on forever. So, a lot of you could be being pulled to create a life worth living. 10 of Pentacles is basically a life worth living, and you are probably taking the actions necessary to create this 10 of Pentacles, which is great. With the Judgment card, there you go. You have the 9 of Wands. Like I said, do not give up. I definitely felt that on that 8 of Wands, and they're connected in this diagonal here. And so, the other thing is that sometimes with the 9 of Wands, in the Judgment card, it's like this could say that you have tried to do something and you failed, and the Judgment card could be like the wake-up call or the aha moment where you try again, and whatever it is works this time. So again, definitely don't give up on something that's important to you. The 9 of Wands is also a card of experimentation. It's my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So it would be a great time. I think it would be a great time. It is. We have Pluto and Aquarius is all about innovation for you. And, innovative ideas, innovative solutions are really going to be your best bet. With the 10 of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. She is my card of learning as you go as well. So if you are being reborn, so to speak, or if you are starting a new adventure in life, like working on something new or starting that new project, the Queen of Wands says it's okay to not know everything. No one does. And, it's okay to learn as you go. So I think that would be a great practice for you, is just to realize that you can learn as you go. She also has to follow her joy. She has this sunflower here, and the sunflower points towards the sun. So she is moving towards love, joy, peace, happiness, like good feelings. And if something makes you feel good, it's probably good. With the 10 of Wands, you have 2 cards here. You have the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. You cannot make that up, literally. 3 of Cups is other people. 5 of Cups would be regrets. So, like, what do you regret as far as other people are concerned, right? And it's coming up in the past, which is good. It kind of says you are moving past this energy, of course, Aquarius. But, I think you need to look at the people, places, and things that cause regret. And that's what you need to either avoid or move away from, is those types of people. And, the Two of Cups is really good because, the Five of Cups. What I was going to say is that he has these two cups behind him. So you might feel like you're losing people, or maybe you have felt this in the past, but really you're gaining much closer connections, and that's what I would focus on with those cards. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Four of Swords. It's kind of an annoying energy, really, because what I would say, I even wanted to throw it, but what I would say is that Four of Swords is about doing nothing. It is about resting, relaxing, recovering. And I've definitely had this message for other people during this set of readings that, if you're trying to force something to work or force something to happen, you're going to have a hard time. But if you just kind of I wouldn't say do nothing, but, if you just allow something to work, it's going to work better. The problem is I feel like this eclipse could be pointing out problems. You could already be seeing it in your life. Again, today is the 8th, but, even before the 8th, at the beginning of March, there could have been something that kind of triggered you or, made you feel a certain way about like money or health or anything else that's going on in your life. And so when we have those big problems, it's like we want to fix them as quickly as possible. The Four of Swords is like, no, it's basically the universe saying chill out, right? And people love it when you tell them to chill out. So, what I would say here is that, we really do have to chill out. There is no good answer. And, I feel that. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about feeling adventurous. He's a very carefree energy, right? He's kind of like more happy-go-lucky, go with the flow type of page. So I feel a lot of you over the next few months could be getting back to this happy-go-lucky energy. So things are definitely going to improve, over the next, few months or so. And, again, I wouldn't worry too much about what's going on. Again, we have like one other kind of difficult day, I think, this month, which would be like closer to the 26th. So, just some weird stuff going on. And I would just say, like, if you're feeling weird this month, everybody is, and like, don't give up. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords, which is like a victory. A lot of Ace of Swords coming up in this set of readings as well. Eclipses can show the truth. So, the Ace of Swords can be a truth. It's coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So you could be getting the truth as far as people are concerned. This could also just say that you are focused on the truth. The Ace of Swords is laser-like focus. We have to be very focused with this card to a point, right? And we also have to get to the point. So I feel the Ace of Swords is saying in all your connections, being very clear, straightforward, and to the point with your communications, your desires, everything will be important for you. And again, we have two retrogrades. Venus and Mercury will be going retrograde at the end of the month. So we need to be, very clear with our words, and as long as you do that, you'll be fine. With the Four of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a lot more options. I feel pretty good about this. This is showing up in the area of your future feelings. So you could be feeling like you have a lot more options in life, or you're opening up to the opportunities that exist in your life. And of course, that would be a good thing. With the Hierophant, you have the Two of Cups. How I said the Two of Cups just a couple seconds ago. So Two of Cups is like a perfect match. Not really a love reading, and these readings aren't meant to be love readings either. These readings are meant to just be the general energies of the eclipse. But there definitely could be love coming in for you. And, the Two of Cups is someone who's different than your usual type. They're meant to look very different. Could also be communication. The Two of Cups is communication with your higher self. And since it's such a spiritual time, I think communicating with your higher self is also a good idea. You have this May card. I always clarify these monthly cards, and you have the shield. It says you need to defend yourself. Yes, boundaries are going to be important until May. The year doesn't really start until May. We don't clear all this retrograde crap until May. So, I would say between now and May, you don't have to be like a paranoid freak about it, but I would definitely be putting up boundaries and protecting yourself. You have this feather. It says, someone you know is undependable and insincere. We already talked about it. Ten of Wands, Five of Cups, Three of Cups. In your past, I would be careful of anyone in your life who is causing problems. You have this April card. And you have this fly. It says a period of ill health or depression. Again, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I think everybody is going to feel like this between now and, May, basically. So, just don't give up. Realize that it's only a short period of time. It'll be May before you know it. I can't even believe, like, I moved a year ago, and I can't even believe it. I feel like I moved to this new place just yesterday, right? So it's like time is going by very quickly. This is a short period of time. You have this hand card. It says, in need of help, assistance, or guidance. Really good time for you to ask for help. So yes, again, I think surrounding yourself with people who can lift you up, who support you, who can, help you get your life to the next level, all that would be very important. You have this scissors card. It says disappointment in some affair, probably whatever that 5 of Cups is. So, that could be something that you're needing to release or let go of. But this is a pretty decent reading. Again, much better than everybody else. I'll say that. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy the eclipse.